The secret of true happiness, a farmer's wisdom that changed a businessman's life. Jack was a young, successful businessman in a bustling city. He had everything people dreamed of: luxury cars, a beautiful home, a hefty bank account. Yet, every morning when Jack woke up, he felt a strange emptiness inside. He no longer knew what happiness truly meant. Endless meetings, back-to-back contracts, sleepless nights filled with anxiety, they all left him increasingly drained. One day, Jack decided to take a break from city life. He got in his car and drove toward the countryside, hoping to find a sense of peace and maybe rediscover himself. As his car rolled along quiet country roads, golden rice fields stretched out on both sides, glowing under the sunlight. The breeze carried the earthy scent of ripening crops, and for the first time in a long while, Jack felt his heart slightly lighten. Stopping to rest, Jack noticed an old farmer sitting under the shade of a large tree, sipping tea, a gentle smile on his weathered face. The old man wore a faded shirt, a straw hat, and had skin tanned from years in the sun, yet his eyes sparkled with a calm, contented light. Curious, Jack walked over and struck up a conversation. "Hello, sir," he said. "You look so happy and relaxed. Aren't you worried about the harvest, about money?" The old man chuckled softly, setting down his tea. "Young man," he replied, "happiness doesn't come from those things. It comes from how we see life every single day." The farmer, whose name was Thomas, offered Jack a simple meal: a ball of rice and some pickled vegetables. Jack, used to fancy dinners in high-end restaurants, sat down under the tree and, for the first time in years, enjoyed a humble meal that filled not just his stomach, but his heart. As they ate, Thomas shared his story. Years ago, he had owned a large, prosperous farm, wealth, reputation, everything. But then a natural disaster struck, wiping out his lands and fortune overnight. Instead of sinking into despair, Thomas chose to rebuild his life slowly, simply. He learned to appreciate small moments: the taste of tea in the morning, the laughter of neighbors, the warmth of the setting sun. "We can't hold on to everything forever," Thomas said, "but we can choose how we live, so that each day is not wasted." Jack sat quietly, deeply moved. His mind flashed back to all the things he had missed over the years. Family dinners he skipped for meetings, invitations from friends he declined because of work, peaceful afternoons he never noticed because he was too busy staring at his phone. Sitting there in the middle of a wide-open field with the breeze on his face, Jack felt small. But, surprisingly, he also felt free. When Jack returned to the city, he made a decision: to change. He began working more mindfully, setting boundaries, making time for the people he loved. No longer chasing money and status, he started to enjoy the simple pleasures he had long overlooked: morning walks, reading a book in the evening, sharing meals with his family. Jack finally understood that the true secret of happiness wasn't about how much you have or how high you climb, but about how you live, how you love, and how deeply you appreciate each day. And so, from one unexpected journey to the countryside and one chance meeting with a humble farmer, Jack's entire view of life transformed. He realized that real happiness doesn't come from possessions or achievements. It comes from the way you choose to live, the gratitude you carry, and the connections you cherish along the way. Sometimes, the greatest wisdom comes from the simplest places. If only we stopped to listen.